Life owes you nothing, but you owe everything to yourself. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror and seen a stranger staring back? Not because you've changed too much, but because you've forgotten who you are. We walk through life collecting promises it never made, waiting for fairness, expecting rewards for pain, believing that if we try hard enough, love hard enough, break ourselves enough, life will notice and finally give us what we deserve. But life doesn't keep score. It doesn't owe you healing for the wounds it allowed. It doesn't promise joy for the tears you've cried. It never signed a contract to make things right. And that's the truth we hate to admit. Because deep down, we've all held on to this quiet fantasy that someday life will knock on our door, hands full of second chances, saying, "Here's everything you should have had." But it won't. Life is not your parent, not your partner, not your savior. Life is the storm. And you are the fire trying to stay lit inside it. So what now? Do you wait? Do you shrink? Do you keep begging the world to notice you? Or do you rise? Do you decide finally, unapologetically, to owe everything to yourself? You owe yourself the truth, even when it burns, especially when it burns. You owe yourself love, not the kind that comes wrapped in conditions or timelines, but the kind that holds your hand in the dark when no one else even sees you fading. You owe yourself discipline, not because someone is watching, but because you are. Because no one else will fight for your dreams like the version of you who hasn't given up. You owe yourself peace, not the absence of chaos, but the kind of peace that lives within the storm, built, not found. And above all, you owe yourself your life, not the version someone else scripted for you, not the one society applauds, but the one that sets your soul on fire. You can't keep waiting for the world to give you permission, to tell you you're good enough, to validate your existence. You were born valid. You were born worthy. You were born with a fire meant to destroy every cage built around you, but only you can light it. That's the hard truth no one teaches us growing up. You are not owed a beautiful life, but you are invited to build one. And that is the most brutal, beautiful gift of all. Because when you stop waiting to be chosen, when you stop hoping for the apology that never comes, when you stop bargaining with a world that's not even listening, something in you changes. You become dangerous, not to others, but to the story that once caged you. You stop moving like a victim. You start creating like a warrior. You begin to look in the mirror and finally recognize the person staring back. Not as a stranger, but as a survivor, as a builder, as the one who chose to live when life gave them every reason not to. So let me ask you, one last time, what are you waiting for? Life owes you nothing, but you owe everything to the fire inside of you, to the child who survived, to the dream that refused to die, to the version of you who still believes, even after everything. You owe yourself everything, so give it, build it, be it, now.